All right, now we're doing 7Q Fizz Buzz. This is by Stephen Yu, and 90% of the people like it. We're going to return an array containing the numbers from 1 to n, where n is a parameter value. All right, basically just n is going to be inclusive. So we're going to replace certain values. However, if any of the following conditions are met, if the value is a multiple of 3, we're going to put fizz instead. If it's a multiple of 5, buzz if it's a multiple of 3 and 5. So basically, if it's a multiple of 15, we're going to use fizz buzz, and n will never be less than 1. So we could do something. We could do a for loop with this one. We could make an array and do a for loop. We could say let result equal an empty array. Then say for let I equal 1, since it will never be less than 1. So we're going to let I equal 1, then while I is less than or equal to n, we're going to say I plus plus, all right? And then after that, we can say, we could say if I, remainder operator 15, equals 0. So if there's no remainder when it's, so if it's divisible by 15, basically. Or if it's a multiple of 15. Yeah, say either way. Anyway, yeah, whatever. Anyway, we're going to say result dot push fizz buzz. Fizz buzz, all right? And now we're just going to say copy up to the if, say else if this, and then we copy this, put this down here, whoops, and then down here, whoops, say else, and then just like that. So we're going to change this to 3, change this to buzz, change this to 5, excuse me, fizz I should say, and then change this to buzz, all right? And then else, we're just going to say result dot push I, just like that. Let's come down here, say return result, test that out. It works, yeah, it does, awesome. But you know, that's a lot going on. We could shorten that up a little bit. We could say const fizz buzz equals n, take this one out of here, come over here, take all this and turn it into an arrow, come down here and say console.log so we can test it easily, and then start right here. So we're going to have to start by making an array of 1 up to n. So we're going to say, we're going to use this Array.from method, which is a static method that creates a new shallow copied array instance from an iterable or array-like object. We're going to use this syntax, the arrow function syntax. We're going to say Array.from, we're going to do array-like thing, and then we're going to have the element. We're not even going to bother with the element, but we do need this index here. And then we're going to have the arrow and the expression right there. And then after that, we're going to have to put this array-like thing in there. And for the array-like thing, we're going to say length 5, just like that. All right. So we're going to say array.from. We're going to say inside these brackets, we're going to say, or not brackets, but curly braces, we're going to say length. Instead of 5, we're going to say n. And then we're going to do that function. And we're going to say instead of element, we're just going to put an underscore saying that, meaning that it's not going to be there. And then we're going to say index right here. Then we're going to just say index plus 1. So it's going to start at 1. It's going to be 0, index 0, but then plus 1. So 1 and then 2 all the way up until n. All right. So now let's just say test it out, look what it looks like. And look, it's just like that. Now we're going to say Array.from, and then we're going to use the map method also. Let me put that up there, map. So the map method creates a new array populated with the results of calling a provided function on every element in the calling array. So basically, we're just going to have x is going to represent whatever is in the element right there, and then we're going to say, in the whatever the element is, and then we're going to multiply them all by 2. So 1, 4, 9, and 16 turn into 2, 8, 18, and 32. And we're just going to use the regular arrow function syntax: map, element right here, arrow, and then the expression right here. So we're going to say dot map. We're going to have element as the argument. All right. And then right here, we're going to use this ternary operator, which is the only JavaScript operator that takes 3 operands: a condition followed by a question mark, then an expression to execute if the condition is truthy, followed by a colon, and finally the expression to execute if the condition is falsy. And it's frequently used as an alternative for an if-else statements. So it's just a way to shorten up if-else statements. We're going to say if element remainder operator 15 equals 0, what we're going to do is just say return Fizz Buzz. All right. And then we can do this. And then I'm just going to do another copy paste. All right. Because it's going to look exactly like this 2 more times. Pretty much. So V, whoops. And then just over here, another one. And then we'll put element right there. All right, so we're going to change this one into 3, change this one into 5, change this one into Buzz, and then change this one into Fizz. All right, and so if it's divisible by 15, Fizz Buzz. If it's divisible by 3, Fizz. If it's divisible by 5, Buzz. If not, just whatever the element is. Let's test it out. That looks promising, I guess, I could say, since it looks like a bunch of gibberish, honestly. Let's test it out. Ah, looks good. Awesome. Attempt it. And submit it. All right. So, yeah, there's a bunch of different ways to do it. Oh, this is a slick way. Anyway, I'd look at it more, but we got to end this video. Anyway, let's go over to mine. You can check out the rest if you feel like it, of course. Just me on this one, best practice, I should say, and also very much like it, and we'll see you next time.